Hi again, everybody. I hope you're doing really well. So today I'm going to be talking about tarot and how tarot has had such a strong impact on my life and how it began and what happened a year ago, a few months ago, and where I am with my tarot journey now. So I'm going to read some things that I've written down. So you get a gist of also what tarot is. So the method of tarot card reading is a practice of using tarot cards to gain insight into the present moment. My method of doing readings is to help clients find answers to questions by drawing and interpreting tarot cards, which helps to get to the heart of the matter and showing them through the cards where they are at that point in time and giving them advice on how to move forward in the best possible way. The practice is based on the law of attraction, which is explained in detail in the book The Secret. It can be an innovative alternative to traditional counseling, which I love. And I also find it much more, helpful for myself as well. Like sometimes when I meet tarot card readers, and I love to get like their perspective, because it really has a stronger impact on reality. Because I feel like traditional counseling is really good, but like there's not much of an interaction, and it's more about the patient and what the patient needs rather than an equal exchange of energy. And I feel like with my readings in the past and now, when I continue, I think there should be like an equal interaction. So it is an alternate, but it is like it is a alternative way to get counseling, but it doesn't replace traditional counseling. Rather, it is a one-time activity of divination. You can, I used to like tell my clients before that like they need one tarot card reading per month. When I would meet them in person, I don't do readings online, but like when I did it in person, I would just suggest one month, so that because my readings it used to be like 1 hour. I'm going to start doing shorter readings as well. I don't think like 1 hour is always necessary. It depends. I'm using a new tarot deck, the original called Rider White. So because of that, like the dynamic of my readings might change, but we will see. So it's a one-time activity done once a month, creates change through application of the findings and advice given. Okay, so I do a lot of self-study in order to help my clients in the best possible way, and I keep updating myself on anything like that's like I need to look into, so that my advice is like current. And I feel like 1 month is a good amount of time for like the tarot reading to have like you absorb it. And most of the time I give my clients like they can record the reading, or they can take a picture of the card so that they remember. And I always advise them to journal like what we talked about in the reading. And that's why I felt like since it's a lot of time and there's a lot of to talk about, 1 month, having a duration of 1 month before the next reading is what would be really good. Let's talk about energies, right? So like people are very concerned about energies and dark energies like affecting them using tarot. So I have experienced dark entities due to tarot, but it's the same as experiencing light entities, you know. I think it's fine like to experience both in life. Like even in Hinduism, they appreciate like the darkness and the light, and when you can accept the pain or the sorrow, the darkness, and bring it to the light, that's basically shadow work. And it's a really like valuable tool to bring like an evolution to your personality and your experience. So of course there are these entities, but you don't get affected by them, you know, unless, you know, like the reason these entities get caught onto your energy field is due to indulgence, like you know, like smoking, drinking, too much sex, like things that like that are too indulgent and unhealthy. Everything in moderation, right? Like even anything can become an addiction or to like be too much. So finding the balance is what's important. And what else? There's nothing to fear in tarot. You just, all it is that you're getting a perspective on reality from somebody else's experience, and it's basically where they're seeing you from the outside, they're looking at you from the outside and making like a judgment in a most positive way possible, like making getting an outside perspective on your reality and your situation. And that helps because sometimes you don't even think about what this person shares with you, unless you talk to them, you know. You just need to trust when it comes to this practice, and keep your mind open to the experience. And these are the two keys. Like you just need to trust and be open-minded when you're getting a reading, because for me, I am just the messenger, and you need to interpret whatever the medium. The universe is the messenger and I am the medium, and you are the receiver, and you need to take and filter out and take what resonates with you and drop what doesn't. And of course during a reading we talk a lot, so at the end there will be some things that stay with you, and that's what's meant to stay with you. So that's that. I'm gonna read to you like what I wrote down like a little while ago regarding my tarot journey. So I started my tarot card reading journey in 2012. My friend Nirjal came across Doreen Virtue, a male world famous tarot card reader. Almost everyone in our friends group bought decks, and we would do readings for each other. So this is during college. I was like 18, 19, 20 when this happened. But me and my friends kind of like, my friend Nirjal discovered tarot, and he basically like showed it to us, and I discovered crystals and their energy, and then started doing yoga and meditation and stuff. So slowly like we influenced each other, and all of us had tarot decks and crystals, and would do meditation and like yoga and like spiritual practices. I carried my tarot, so there after I left India in 2014, everywhere I went I would carry my tarot decks, and I would love to practice doing readings for people. So I would go to house parties, I would go traveling. I practiced it as a hobby for 7 years, right, like on and off. And it was so natural to me, like I would just carry them everywhere. And I worked somewhere, and my friend who I worked for, Lee, she's from Australia, she suggested that like I start doing that for money once I moved to Sri Lanka. And I earned a good amount of money for my energy, for my work. I would do half-an-hour readings, and over time I got more involved with providing change in people's lives. my life also changed. Yeah, so like also I think like practicing tarot really helped me have more confidence in myself, and it helped me realize that I'm good at talking, and I have a lot of wisdom inside me. So the whole experience, even though it was like directed towards other people, I feel like I actually grew so much more, and learning about different perspectives really gave me confidence. And um, so yeah. So yeah, after 4 years of living with the title of a tarot reader, I decided that it served its purpose in my life, and now I wish to focus on other things. So this was like a while ago. I written this like about 6 months ago, and I was thinking that I would let it go, like, and stop doing tarot. But then recently I've just been thinking that it's a really good thing for me to do, and there are not a lot of people who do tarot in Sri Lanka, so it's a good opportunity for me. And everybody like who I know in the South Coast actually know me as the tarot girl. So yeah, that's interesting. So it's like it's been a rewarding and prosperous time in the spiritual dogma, and now I've decided to make my relationship with God and the universe simple. Yeah, so I also, like, for the past 6 to 8 months, I've decided, like, in this time I've made my relationship with God much more simple. I watch less videos from other teachers. I've actually lost interest in like learning from other teachers, because I feel like I'm a teacher and I have wisdom inside me, and that, so, you know, like, I don't need to follow anyone in order to understand my reality and to help people. So I've like kind of turned to Christianity, and also, like, I've decided, like, I just want to have a simple relationship with God or spirit. And I don't think the tarot complicates it at all, but I think having the different teachers has had it's a bit heavy, because I would watch videos for like you know, the whole day, and like at the end of the day my head would be like full of information from the outside, and sometimes it really messed with my head. And you know, like like I always had like a voice of a spiritual teacher in my head, and it wasn't very helpful sometimes. Of course they did, I mean, when I did connect to the energy, it helped, but now it doesn't really help me that much. So I have decided to continue my spiritual path as a counselor and still find great passion in contributing to the betterment of people's lives. Yeah, so this is like such a rewarding journey, like experience to have. So I still love it. So today I wrote this. I decided to start doing tarot again. I had a 7-month break from it, and no, it was a much needed break so that I can focus on my own stability and enlightenment. I was always passionate about tarot ever since I came across it. It is a strong passion of mine, but requires a lot of emotional intelligence in order to convey the right message. I decided to use the Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is the original tarot deck, and yeah, that's about it. There's nothing much else that I need to talk about. With that, I'm just going to start on with a new tarot. I mean, it's not a new tarot deck, but it's an old tarot deck which I have studied online, and yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be great. So yeah, anyway, thanks for listening to my rant and my talk about tarot and the journey. I feel like it's so funny how like in life you try to decide what you should do, and you like try to say, oh okay, for like then I'm never going to do tarot again, and then 7 months later you're like, okay, this is what I need to do besides my day job, because it makes me happy and helps people. Okay, much love.